Hi everyone, good day. So for today's video, I'll be sharing to you how I make my cage halter top. So what I am using is the acrylic yarn. I use this type of yarn, it's because it's not itchy on my skin, and then a 5mm hook and a marker. I don't have a crochet marker, so I just use the clip. So let's get started. I'll do chain 15 for my size, which is medium. So when you reach 15, single crochet in the next hook after you reach your 15th chain, and then single crochet until you reach the second to the last crochet of this chain. So this is the second to the last of my chain. I'm going to insert one single crochet, and in the last chain is I'm going to insert 3 single crochet. It's 1, 2, and then insert the marker in the middle stage of those 3 stitches that you created. I highly recommend to use a marker. Continue single crocheting in this chain until we reach at the end of our chain. Okay, so once you reach at the end of your chain, single chain, single crochet, and then flip your work and continue single crocheting all the way down here. Okay, so make sure that each side of your chains are balanced or equal numbers. It's because we don't want our bra cup looks crooked. Okay, so let us remove this one and let us insert 3 single crochet in this chain. Three. And then let's put back our marker in the in the middle of these 3 chains that we inserted. Continue this process until you will reach your desired rows. Mine is row 15. Okay, so this is our last row for this bra cup, and this is how it looks like after I finish my 15th rows. And also I created the second bra cup off camera, and this is how it looks like too. And now let us do chain 15 to connect our bra pads together. After we create our chain 15, let us connect it at the very last crochet of your first bra pad. And then single crochet until you will reach at the end of your first bra cup. Okay, so to finish our first bra cup, let us insert a single crochet at the very first crochet on your bra cup side. And to connect our bra cup, slip stitch it at the very first crochet at the other side of your bra cup. Single crochet until you reach the end of your second bra cup. When you reach at the end of your crochet, let us insert one single crochet to make the edge of our bra cups finesse. And next is let us create another chain 15 to match the other side of our bra. And this is how your bra should look like. Flip your work and let us start single crocheting until we reach at the center of our bra. Okay, we are in the middle of our bra, so let's insert one. And then let us skip this slip stitch that we created earlier. So let's jump right here and do a single crochet. Continue single crocheting until we reach at the end of our chain. Okay, so when you reach at the end of your chain, this is how your work should look like now. And then for the next row, chain 3, then flip your work, and then insert a double crochet on the third chain of your first row. Insert your hook, double crochet, and this is how our work should look like. Chain 1, and then let us double crochet in the next second chain, or so skip the first chain and double crochet in the second chain or second stitch there. Continue the process until you will reach at the end of your row, and again it's chain 1, skip 1, double crochet, and then chain 1 again, skip 1, double crochet. Okay, so when you reach at the end of your work, again double crochet, chain 1, and then let us double crochet at the very last chain because of we have this uneven numbers. So let us double crochet in this end. Okay. And then chain 1. So this is how our second row will look like. And then chain 3, 2, 3, and then turn your work, and then let us create a chain on top of a chain. So this one, I'll do it this way. Okay, So double crochet on top of the chain and then chain one. So this is how your work should look like. Again, just continue the process. Double crochet on top of your crochet and then chain one. Just continue the process until you will reach at the end of your work. When you reach at the end of your work, let us not insert a double crochet in our crochet, but we will create a double crochet inside our chain space. And this is how your work should look like. Continue this process until you will reach the desired length that you want. For me, is I'll be adding 5 more rows before I'm going to create another rows with new patterns. Okay, so when you reach in your sixth column, turn your work and then single crochet in the change space. No, chain one and then single crochet in the change space and then single crochet on top of this chain, single crochet again, then another single crochet in here until you reach the end of your work, and that will be our 7th row. Okay, so when you reach at the end of your work, let us put double single crochet on here, there, to make it look better. So now chain 3 and this will be our 7th row. Turn your work and then let us copy what we did in our 7th row. To flip and then double crochet on top of this third stitch and then chain 1, double crochet on the second one, chain 1 again and then double crochet on the second one, skip 1 and double crochet in the second one, and then complete this process until you will reach at the end of your work. Okay, so when you reach at the end of your work, double crochet, now single chain, and then turn your work, and then let's do 3 chain and then double crochet, change space and then double crochet in the chain and then double crochet in the chain space and double crochet on the chain. Just repeat this process until you will reach at the end of your work, and this will be our 9th row. In 10th row we will start doing our assembling our shell or our scallop shell design. After you reach at your 9th row, the end of your 9th row, flip your work, insert 5 double crochet in our second crochet, slip stitch in the second crochet, and then create another 5 double crochet in the second stitch, and just continue the process until you will reach at the end of your work. Okay, so when you reach at the end of your 10th row, let us slip stitch it in this chain, and then let us insert 2 single crochet, and then a single crochet on this chain, 2 double crochet in here, just continue your work until you will reach in the tip of your bra pad right here. Okay, so after you single stitch each side of your work, is let us close this one with a slip stitch and just hold it tighter. Okay, so make sure each side of your work is single stitch to make your work more stronger and firm. Let us create the front part of our top. So get your stitch marker. If you don't have, just get anything, grab anything to make it as your stitch marker. And remember, we have a slip stitch here, so let us skip that one and count 5 stitches. 1 2 3 4 5, and then let us insert our marker, and then in this side also skip the slip stitch and then count to 5. 1 2 3 4 5, and insert your marker. And then now get your yarn and let us slip stitch, not slip stitch, but let us attach this yarn right here. And then after you attach it, chain 3, and then create a double crochet in the second chain. So right here, double crochet, and then chain 1. So this is our first chain space, and then skip 1 and then double crochet, and then chain 1. Just continue the process until you will reach in your chain marker or your stitch marker. Okay, so I just finished my first side of the bra. So chain 1, and then let us make a double crochet in the next marker. And remember, this is the only time that you are going to do chain 1 for this cage part. Okay, and then since I did a 2 double crochet in here, I skipped 2 double crochet, so I will skip 2 double crochet in the other side also. Make sure your stitches will be matched with the side. and then chain 1 there, and then skip 1 and then double crochet and chain 1 until you'll reach at the top of your brass side of this side. Okay, so this should be your work look like after we created our row of chains. Okay, so in our second row, let us not going to create a chain 1, and we will create a double crochet on top of this other side of this second chain and the other side. 1 and 2, and then now chain 1 to continue the process to reach the end of your second row. Okay, so this is how your work should look like, and then just continue the process until you have 5 chain space left. Okay, so this is how mine looks like. So I have 1 2 3 4 5 6 rows, and then if you want, you can really stop in your desired rows, but I want it like this. And from this, I'm going to secure my work with single stitch there. So this is how your work should look like. And don't worry about this, if you get this yarns, we can weave it into our work. Okay, so since I have this extra yarn here, I will connect my other yarn so that I can start inserting single crochet, 2 single crochet, and then single crochet, 2 single crochet on each of these side, and then create my strap. I'll show it to you how. There, and insert. Okay. Okay, so I will do 2 single crochet on here, and then I will create 80 chains to make my strap. So this is how it will look like after I am adding single stitches on each sides. Okay, so when you reach at the end of your 80 chain, and then let us in single stitch each chain on this strap. Okay, so when you reach at the tip of the yarn and here, let us single crochet, double single crochet directly to the chain space. There. 2 single crochet in the chain space, and then 1 single crochet on these double single crochet. And I will see you in here. Okay, so I've reached the end of the side. I'm going to add another chain, another single crochet, and then I'm going to create chain 80 again. Just repeat the process on how you created this side. And this is how our top looks like. And now let us create a 250 chain strap. And I will see you when you are finished making your corset strap. This will be the final look of our Caged Halter Top Crochet. There. This is our corset side.